Welcome to a historical retrospective of the year 1720, curated from the pages of the American Mercury. This video explores the major events of the Atlantic world, including war, plagues, pirates, and financial ruin, as reported in the colonial press. The year 1720 challenged the myth of colonial isolation. European empires' financial bubbles created global volatility that affected colonial trade. The transatlantic was a superhighway for information and goods, alongside threats like pirates and the plague. Colonial assemblies were actively maturing, flexing political muscle and navigating alliances. Our source, the American Mercury, had a significant information lag. News from London could take 2 to 5 months to reach Philadelphia, leaving colonists in suspense. Printers Andrew Bradford and John Copson covered local goods alongside global geopolitics. 80% of the content was foreign intelligences about European politics and finance. The 1720 geopolitical landscape featured the Russian ascendancy in the north as the Great Northern War concluded. In the east, religious friction caused intense persecution in Poland, leading to direct diplomatic threats. In the south, Spain was forced to reform, leading to the winding down of the Quadruple Alliance. 1720 was marked by 2 financial bubbles, the Mississippi Company in France and the South Sea Company in England. Both saw stocks rise to astronomical heights and then catastrophically crash, leading to widespread financial ruin and the birth of modern stock market manias. The plague of Marseille led to draconian containment measures across Europe. Bills of health became mandatory, and quarantines were strictly enforced under threat of execution. The resulting economic paralysis saw royal edicts forbidding commerce with infected cities, severely choking transatlantic trade routes. The Merchant's Threat Dashboard shows the perils of the sea. Spanish privateers constantly harassed colonial vessels. Heavily armed pirates plagued shipping lanes, with reports of them plundering thousands of pounds sterling. Extreme weather also drove vessels off course, often resulting in harrowing survival stories. Governor William Burnett's speeches reveal insights into the northern colonies. Geopolitical borders were a concern, with anxiety surrounding the Five Nations and the looming threat of the French. Sophisticated paper credit was used for economic engineering, while speeches heavily emphasized Protestant loyalty to King George. In Pennsylvania, Governor Keith pushed to establish a court of equity to mitigate the rigid rules of common law. In stark contrast to European war, Keith praised the peace, unanimity, and contentment of the Assembly. The Pennsylvania Assembly demonstrated legislative independence, even managing its own foreign trade policy. The colonial economy, as documented in the Price Current, centered on 3 pillars: provisions, including flour and meat, which fed the British Empire; the West Indies trade, supplying vital sugar, molasses, and rum; and naval stores and exports, which provided critical raw materials to the British Royal Navy and luxury goods for London. The human cost of colonial life is visible in the classified ads, documenting both indentured servants and enslaved people of color who ran away. The ads often detailed their stolen clothing and physical features. The high value of rewards for capture shows the function of the legal and justice systems as a tracking network for human property. Daily life saw the emergence of a consumer class. Colonists craved European luxuries like Bohea tea and Madeira wine. The colonies were a booming market for refined textiles and tools like looking glasses. Developed real estate, including plantations with access to navigable creeks, was actively developed and commodified. The agony of the information lag is clear. An event in September, like the South Sea stock crash, would travel across the Atlantic for 6 to 8 weeks, arriving in Philadelphia months later. Colonists were reliant on the speed of the wind and lived in a state of permanent financial and physical risk. In conclusion, 1720 proves the modernity of the colonial Atlantic world. Merchants were not isolated. They were vulnerable to globalized finance and European stock market bubbles. Geopolitical anxiety was ever present. Ultimately, newspapers like the American Mercury forged a shared transatlantic identity, linking the Pennsylvania merchant to the global stage. Our primary source for this video is the American Mercury, printed by Andrew Bradford and John Copson in Philadelphia, 1720. The archiving of historical newspapers offers an invaluable window into the lived experience of the 18th century Atlantic world.
The Daily Dispatch, history in print. No modern gloss, no modern hint, just black and white